Alrighty, folks, back to our regularly scheduled program. This was a video I'd originally planned on doing today before I found out about the unfortunate news about Rick Derringer. Rest in peace. Maybe talking about some new purchases will brighten the day. I know you're thinking, wait a minute. He just did a CD update like 2 days ago. Well, if you remember, I told you I'd purchased a bunch of stuff and that I was falling behind. So yeah, I'm just getting caught up. I did not listen to all 6 of these over the last 2 days. I'm just now getting around to making a video about them. And first up, we have Motörhead on Parole. This is the expanded edition. It's got 13 tracks on here. This, if you don't know the story on this one, this was recorded in 1975, I believe, with United Artists. They refused to release the album. They shelved it. I think they kicked Motörhead out of there. Off their label, or Motörhead quit their label because they would refuse to release the album. I can't remember. So anyway, they went to Chiswick, recorded the self-titled debut, and then in 1979, after Motörhead was making headway with Overkill and Bomber, United Artists decided to release this album and cash in on their success. So Motörhead never really recognized this album, which is one reason I never got around to buying it. But you know, now that Lemmy has passed on, it's time to pick up whatever Motörhead you can get. This album is very similar to like the Japanese album by Gillan. Different band members. Then they come back and record another album with new members and redo a bunch of the songs. So you have Motörhead on here, Vibrator, Iron Horse, Born to Lose, City Kids, The Watcher. A bunch of tracks that were actually re-recorded for what Motörhead considered their debut, the self-titled album that came out in '77. But this is good. I mean, it sounds... It's not the Motörhead of Bomber and Overkill. It's a little more laid back, a little more rock and roll. Maybe like a cross between Hawkwind and Motörhead. Then we have Mutation. This was a side project. Not really a side project. It was a band. They put out 3 albums with How Did Hell Become Hell? With Ginger Wildheart. I never got around to buying this because I had heard it described as a noise rock project, which I'm not a big fan of noise rock. But then I heard Ginger talking about Mutation, and I believe he was talking about their 3rd album, which is called Dark Black, and he was talking about how he thought it was a great thrash album, and that he really liked. That was one of the favorite albums that he had ever recorded. So I was like, well, let me try Mutation, see what's going on with it. There is some thrash on here, but there's also sludge and punk and garage and noise and industrial. It's just a mishmash of everything. So not my favorite project by Ginger Wildheart, but still solid. I mean, if you're a fan of Endless Nameless by the Wildhearts, which was their noise rock album, you'll like this one. Then we got some Doom here. Blackwülf. I think these guys are out of the U.S. I just can't remember where in the U.S. Oakland, California. Very similar to Sog. I believe Sog's out of Sweden. If you know Sog. Good stuff. Quality down here. I don't know why. My mind is other places. Keep forgetting to show the CDs, which is the main reason people are here. Not to listen to me yammer on. Notes there. So yeah, if you like doom music, you might want to check that one out. And we have Incorruptible by Iced Earth. 2017, I believe this one came out. Stu Block on vocals. If my memory serves me correctly, Stu Block gets a lot of hate. I don't know why. I think this is a really good album. I think he sounds closer to Matt Barlow than a lot of other singers Iced Earth have had. So you get a pretty good looking booklet in here. It's got little pictures with all of the songs. Just noticed it's a little dark in here. Some clouds are passing by. But yeah, good little booklet, good little album, good little package. Definitely happy with this one. Man, sorry, my eyes are tearing up on me. The allergies. You know, I didn't used to have allergies. Till about 5 years ago. Now I have allergies 24/7, 365 days a year. Terrible. I feel bad about making fun of people with allergies all those years. God is getting me back. Then we got some epic heavy metal here. It's Phaëthon. This came out last year. I wanted to purchase it, but I couldn't find a decently priced copy. And I came across one this year. So I grabbed it. There was a pretty good amount of hype about this album, and I see why. It's good, really good album. It's some, especially if you like epic heavy metal. I'd say Megaton Sword meets Eternal Champion, leaning a little bit more towards the Megaton Sword side. But good album. I think this probably would have, if not top 10, definitely would have cracked my top 15 last year. And then last but not least, we have little David Bowie. The Rise and Fall of Ziggy, Stardust, and the Spiders from Mars. Now, I've always been a Bowie fan, but I used to, hear enough of David Bowie on the radio that I never felt the need to buy any of his stuff. But now that I haven't been listening to the radio for a decade plus, I don't get to hear all these guys anymore, so I miss them. Sorry, my eyes are watering like crazy. I don't know why. They just started itching like mad, and now they're watering like no tomorrow. I'll have to start keeping a box of tissues by the... Me crying is going to be the thumbnail that YouTube gives me. But hey, maybe it'll work out good. People will be like, man, what the hell is this dude crying about? Gotta click on this video. So anyway, yeah. I don't since I don't get to hear Bowie anymore, since I don't listen to the radio. Jesus, sorry. You know, I decided I'd start picking up some stuff. And it was a couple years ago, I was like, well, you know what, I'm gonna just focus on his glam period, because that's where my favorite songs are at. My favorite song, Suffragette City, which is on this one. And I bought The Man Who Sold the World, but then I just kind of forgot that I was going to start buying any other ones, so I just kind of skipped, fell off to the side. Now my nose is running. Alright, I guess we're going to have to call this one a day. My eyes are watering, my nose is running. I'm a mess. Alrighty, folks. So there's another 6-pack for the rock stockpile. You guys have a good one.